All right, what's up YouTube? So today we had a green day in the market, which is a good feeling after all the red days we've had based on news, COVID, fear, everything. So we saw a lot of stocks bounce back. This is what the SPY looked like and overall watch list. Most things are green. We had things like AFRM bounce back. A lot of people are expecting AFRM to bounce back up to like the 160 range, which is where it was before earnings. And I like using AFRM as an indicator. Past earnings, it was kind of volatile, but usually when it's going up, it has such a big range that when it has multiple days of green, it'll fly. And when it has multiple bad days, it'll sink. It actually hit under $100 the other day, which is kind of crazy to me. But we do have some plays that we're looking at. We're going to keep it very simple. But before we do remember that leaving a thumbs up on the like button actually increases your trading accuracy by 10%. So you don't want to miss out on that. Go ahead and grab that deal. And today we're going to be looking at OLMA. OLMA has a presentation that they're going to be doing. They're going to be presenting some of their findings or advancements. It was actually going on today, but no news came out of it yet. It was more of an anticipation run, but they were doing pretty good all day. They did really good. They had a run up, and at the end they kind of came down a bit. I don't expect this is off news. I think it's because people were taking profits. Otherwise, it sort of tanked way faster. It kind of just came down little by little, and after hours we're still looking at it. There's a lot of action on it still. BFRI, we just had like a little bit of a recovery play. We've been covering this one for a while now, but finding its floor is still a very good thing. So we're still looking at this one. It's very cheap and it tends to pop. They also have a lot of things coming up in the next year, at the beginning of the new year, where they might get some more things that they're working on passed and approved. So that's going to be interesting. CFVI. This one we talked about as well. So we actually called a bunch of these out. We've been talking about these for the past week, and including OLMA. So let's go back to OLMA real quick. We talked about how this one had this drop kind of for no reason. It had fake news. So a lot of people sold all their shares and it kind of started coming back up now, which we kind of expected because trading from here to about 50%, nothing really changed. If anything, the company gave some better, their actual results, some of their results, and it was better. So theoretically, it should have been trading a little bit higher. So we're going to be looking at that one. But we've been talking about this one as well because of its spikes. And today it did have a bit more volume, but it came back down at the end. After hours, DWAC spiked. We'll talk about that. But it caused this one to spike up as well. Today, this one wasn't running on its own necessarily. It was kind of following DWAC. DWAC went up, I believe it was pre-market or right at the open. And I believe last night as well, after hours. So I mean, it's just kind of been following DWAC, not really doing its own thing anymore, which makes sense because it is very, very related. But DWAC showing very, very good signs. So since it's not running on its own, if you do want to go for the actual source of the volume, DWAC might be the bigger indicator, the bigger stock here to go for. But CFVI is a close follower. There are also other stocks like Benny, I believe. There's some other stocks that are also following it, but these are the main ones here. And then there's DWAC itself, of course. I mean, this was quick. This happened within maybe 10 minutes. So we'll see how this is going to continue throughout after hours. I mean, DWAC does tend to come down and go back up. So might expect it to retest highs, but we're looking for it to hold. That's the one thing we're looking for because it usually always comes down. People take profits and kind of capitalize on the volume. And LGVN was very quiet today, but I still do like this one a lot. They've been having a lot of good news recently, and they're very easy to, pump, where a lot of people get behind it and it just goes crazy. So keep your eye out on this one. A lot of people forget about it, and then it goes up and then miss out. So it's at a level where it's kind of starting to settle down, which is an indicator for the passive where it's about to spike. So not that this exactly means that it's going to spike here, but if you want to find it for a cheaper price than before you already get the news that it's up at 25, 26. And yeah, that's going to be it for this watch list. Very quick. A lot of things bounce back. So in general, the market's doing much better. We had a good day yesterday and we were looking for a continuation green market day. I didn't see any too big of a runners other than the ones we're already looking at. So if you did see any runners and you're looking for them after hours or pre-market tomorrow, leave those down in the comment sections and we're going to check those out as well. But as for now, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you.